Are you planning a trip to the Universal Orlando Resort, but you're thinking about ways to do it on a budget to maximize that dollar? Then don't worry, today we have an incredible video. So let's just jump right in and get those top tips and strategies just for you. Now, the first tip that I want you to know is that you should always remember to shop around. Once you kind of know what time frame you're gonna go, start shopping around. This is one of the first steps that you're gonna wanna do. You're gonna wanna shop around, especially for hotels. Now, are you gonna stay on site, which is a lot pricier, or are you gonna stay off site? Then you have to take into account that if you're not staying on site, you're gonna be paying for things such as your time. And what I mean by that is, instead of you being able to be right on property, hop on a bus, hop on a water taxi, head straight to the parks, now you have to think about either taking a car to Universal, taking your car to Universal, ride share, or seeing if your hotel or resort has free shuttle service to Universal. The next thing you want to think about doing is possibly purchasing a vacation package with your tickets. Now, Universal offers so many types of vacation packages, especially throughout the year, depending on the season, depending on the events that are occurring. And usually these vacation packages groups your hotel, your transportation, your tickets, your food. Sometimes they can all be grouped into one price. This is something that you want to think about. Just price it out. The next thing that you want to think about is using any of your professional club discounts, or if you're part of something like AAA. So when I say professional clubs, are you in any kind of medical industry? Pharmacy for me, but maybe you're in dental, you're a nurse. I would go on the website that is the most popular one that we are a part of, and then I would look under the perks and benefits of being a part of that organization. And sometimes you will find things such as discounted theme park tickets. My next tip for you is to think about staying at an all-suite hotel, or at least get a hotel room with a little kitchenette. Now, you can find this at Universal at the Cabana Bay Beach Resorts. They do have a little kitchenette and a little living room area separate from the bedroom area. I like staying here because you get the convenience of being right on Universal property, but you don't have to have the huge, humongous suite, just something just to come, change your clothes, get back out there to the parks. You're gonna wanna look for flights that arrive or take off on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Saturdays. I have been doing so much research on this because I love saving my coin, and those days tend to be the cheapest days to fly into Orlando. Also, you want to think about booking your ticket on Tuesdays around mid-afternoon. And I know that is such a random day, but trust me guys, I have done the research for you. And Tuesdays tend to be a time where the industry is changing the prices. So if you get there around 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., you might be able to grab you a good deal. But if you are someone who get those travel alerts to your phone or to your email, and you see something that's a great deal to come to Orlando, get those tickets. My next tip for you is to think about using an authorized Universal Orlando vacation planner. They are authorized by Universal to help you plan your trip. And what they get from Universal directly is all the early discounts that's coming up, all the packages, and they can relay that information to you. I know sometimes the internet is so vast, it's hard to keep up with everything that you should be watching for, all the alerts. Your travel planner will get that done for you, and they will tell you, hey, come over here, this is a lot cheaper. My next tip for you is to purchase your tickets from a trustworthy Universal Orlando authorized ticket seller. Now, sometimes you can get great deals on the actual Universal Orlando website, but Universal does partner up with other companies out there where they give them discounted tickets, and that company can then forward the discount to you to kind of get, the partnerships going between Universal and that company. Over here, we recommend Undercover Tourists. They have been around for so long. I have used them for a lot of my out-of-state theme park visits, and I never have any issues with them. It's pretty easy. They have all the up-to-date Universal Orlando discounts on there. Our next tip is to just know the breakdown of the Universal Orlando ticket guide. Now, you could just hop up and go to Universal, go to the gate and say, hey, I just want a ticket for Universal Studios. Yeah, you could do that, but you got to keep in mind that Universal Orlando Resort has 3 theme parks. They have Volcano Bay, which is their water park. They have Universal Studios Florida, which is the park centered around movies and action and film. Then they have Islands of Adventure, focused around mystery, magic. You may want to visit both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure on your trip, or you want to spend one day at Universal, one day at Islands of Adventure. Just know what kind of ticket package you want. Do you want 3 parks for 3 days, or do you want to go to 2 parks in 1 day? If you want to go to both sides of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, then you're going to need a park ticket for both Islands of Adventure and Universal. The next thing you want to think about is possibly signing up for travel rewards, especially on sites like hotels.com. Now, this is something let's just put an asterisk here. I won't say to go out of your way doing this, but if you are already on a website like hotels.com and you have been traveling, you have some hotels that you visited, then I say use this tip, because at hotels.com, for every 10 hotel nights that you book through their website, you get 1 free. So if you already have some nights saved up, you could use that night at one of the Universal Orlando resorts, especially if you book it through hotels.com. The next tip I have for you is to book your vacation on off-season. Now, you want to be sure to use the Universal Orlando crowd calendar to make sure that you pick a season that is not only off-season, but to help you have a good time, because you don't want to be there with a lot of people. I know a lot of things are a little weird right now due to the pandemic and capacity at the parks, but if you were thinking about coming, you're going to want to think about some of the best times to come, which I'm going to mention on normal circumstances, which I don't know if we're ever going to go quite back to normal, but usually the best times to visit Universal are January, February, April, and November. If you're coming here with family, or you're coming here with a good group of friends, then think about getting a vacation home rental. I know that's crazy, but Orlando has some of the best vacation home rentals, and it's not like your Airbnb. These places are like full out resorts, but you get your own home that is like a resort inside the home. One of my favorite places to stay at here in Orlando is the Encore Resort. It's about a 10-minute drive from Walt Disney World and probably about a 25-minute drive from Universal and SeaWorld. Now, Encore Resort, I love this place. I mean, I feel like I am in an oasis even when I do staycations there, and you all get your own private pool for your home. You get these big homes. They have like all these theme rooms. It's a great option. I recommend it for trips for families, or if you're doing like some type of family reunion, or you just want to get together with your college friends. That's the place to go. I don't really recommend it for solo travelers because it just doesn't make economical sense unless you're planning on staying down here in Orlando alone. And in that case, then I would recommend the CLC Resort, which is more of a townhome. The resort fees are a lot lower, and it's my go-to place for solo travelers who want to kind of have an extended stay. My next thing for you is to think about the dining options at Universal. Now, Universal does have their dining plan, but it doesn't really work out that well in your budget. Always just budget. Kind of look at the counter services and restaurants that you want to visit on your trip to see if it actually makes any sense for you to get the dining plan. You can also use the refillable souvenir cups and buckets for your popcorn. You can use your souvenir cup at the Coke Style Free machine that is located all over the parks. Again, that is something that you pay one price for, and you can get your free refills throughout the park. You can also take this same souvenir cup that you get, and you can reuse it on your next trip. You're gonna wanna bring some of your own snacks and possibly a water bottle, Definitely, if you can, try to bring one of those water bottles that have the filter built inside that's reusable. That way, if you have to use some of the fountain water, you will already have that filter built into your water bottle. Having your snacks will kind of help you keep your budget in check. Here are some of the acceptable items that you can bring into the Universal Orlando parks. You can bring bottled water, small snacks that do not require heating, any food that you may use for medical purposes. The next tip I have for you is to purchase your souvenirs off-site. Yeah, I know that's no fun, but those souvenirs are very pricey. You can definitely get your wand before you get to the parks. You can get it on Amazon, or you could go to the local Target stores, Walmart stores here in Orlando that are near the park and get like t-shirts or any type of Harry Potter merchandise or any of the comic book merchandise, anything that you may see, you can find them at the local stores here in Orlando. Also, you're gonna wanna buy your poncho and sunscreen prior to the park. Those ponchos are expensive, and Universal know you will fall prey to their poncho prices. You can get them in bulks at the Dollar Tree. Use discount websites to do some of the other Orlando activities. You do not have to just stay in the theme park bubble. Orlando has so many amazing things for you to check out. All of the escape game rooms that you can go try to escape. You can even go over to Kennedy Space Center. And places like Groupon does offer a lot of significant discounts. You can even find Universal tickets on Groupon sometimes. Another thing you want to consider is to do free or almost free activities at Universal Studios. There are things such as the water taxi that you can do. There's also the Italian Piazza over at Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel. It is a nice outdoor area where you can go over there for free. Just take the water taxi, go over there. You can look out there. Sometimes they have entertainment. In the evening time, they have little lights around. It's such a romantic spot. Also, they have splash zones in CityWalk. So if you have the kids and it's hot, or if you are a kid at heart, go through those splash zones, enjoy yourself, cool off. And at CityWalk, every night they have a DJ. So you don't even have to go into the club. Just go out there, listen to that DJ, party, get you a nice little donut from Voodoo Donuts, then get you a nice cocktail if you're an adult. Other freebies and souvenirs that you can get at Universal are celebration buttons. Just go to guest services, you can get that. You can get a birthday drink at Pat O'Brien's on CityWalk if you sign up for his birthday list, where you get an email for your birthday, you get stickers, Mardi Gras beads. And Universal used to offer the free coupon book where you can get over $150 in discounts if you purchase a multi-day park-to-park theme park ticket from the Universal website. So definitely look out for that. Wi-Fi, of course, is free. I have a whole Wi-Fi guide. There you have it, guys. That is your full guide to planning out your whole Universal Orlando vacation on a budget. And until next time, happy park hopping hipsters.
Let's pass quickly. In the interest of getting peace.